If you're an acoustic guitarist or a classical guitarist, you're probably familiar with the dreaded string squeak. Now some guitarists may not even notice the sound there. Others may hear it, but they like it. And then there's the people that just can't stand the sound. Well, after reading a discussion on a guitar forum, I realized that a lot of people aren't familiar with how to control that squeaking. They were talking about things like different types of strings to put on, or some sort of coating that you either put on your finger or on the strings. And really, you don't need any of that stuff. You can control the squeaking with your technique, with your finger. So I'm going to explain to you what's happening when our finger is sliding on the guitar string and what's causing that squeak. I'm going to be using this ball, and this is representing the finger. Think of this as the tip of your finger, and that's the flesh. And then I'm going to be sliding it on this countertop, and that's representing the string. Okay, so the first thing we're going to look at is I'm just going to have a light pressure here, and I'm going to slide it slow enough that I get this creaking. Okay, and that's representing the squeak. That's what's happening. There's kind of a chatter there. Now if I speed up, I can get rid of that chatter. Okay, we don't have that chatter as it's going along. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply hard pressure on the ball. I'm pushing down, and I'm going to try to get the chatter here just to show you that it'll be there. Okay, and that again is representing the squeak. So now we need to speed up even faster because our pressure is harder. We need to go faster to get rid of that chatter. So now where the problem really exists is at the start of the slide, and sometimes at the end, because we're coming from pushing down, our speed is 0 here, and then we have to accelerate to get to that balanced speed and pressure. So if you notice here, there's going to be a little bit of a pop or a click as it starts the slide. There's kind of that pop there, and that's where we're getting that squeak. So what we need to do is we need to do something that kind of gently gets us into that speed. So if we're pushing down, we can come up a little bit, we can release our pressure a little bit, and sometimes it helps to kind of roll back a little bit. So I'm keeping the bottom of the ball pushed down, or the bottom of your finger pushed down, roll back and up, and slide across. So our finger is actually, I know this is my right hand, but it's tipping back and then sliding. So we're pushed down, we tip back, and we get rid of that pop there. Okay, now we're going to apply these principles of pressure and speed to the guitar. First, we're going to try to make a creaking or squeaking sound on the guitar. We're going to do a medium pressure and just go as slow as you can to create that sound, the creaking sound. Okay, now we want to try to have the same pressure, but we're going to increase our speed and see if we can get rid of that creaking. Okay, there's still some string whistling, but that will be covered up by tone of the guitar, tone of the strings. So we're not worried about that sound. Okay, now we're going to try adding some more pressure, so a hard, beyond what you really need to play, and we're going to go a little faster than what we did in our first example. And we're going to try to make the creaking. Okay, we're getting the creaking. So now we need a little more speed to get rid of it. Okay, so we get the idea. Now the problem lies in when we do a slide. Here's an example of a slide with the squeak in there. We know our speed of the slide, so we need to adjust our pressure. Okay, so it's diminished. There's still a little bit there, and the problem is at the beginning of that slide. And so there's two things we can do to get rid of the squeaking. We either need a lighter pressure or we need to go faster. And since we're starting at a speed of 0, and there's that accelerating in there, our only option is to adjust the pressure. So we need to lighten our pressure and then slide. And the way I do it is I kind of roll my finger back. It's just a more natural movement to do this. And the same principles apply for sliding down. So what I'm doing when I'm rolling back is I'm just kind of lifting a little bit. And that rolling motion helps so you're not lifting and causing a little bit of creaking. It lets you just stay gently on the string, and then you do your slide. I hope this helps some of you guys out, and thanks for watching. My name is David Youngman. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Aside from all my performance videos, I do put up different instructional videos like this one as I see need for them. So I'll see you next time.